Kurichiya and Kurumba Revolt. The Kurichiya and Kurumba tribes revolting against British colonial forces in the forests of Wayanad. The scene captures the guerrilla warfare tactics employed by the tribal warriors, showcasing their resistance during the late 18th century. Kurichiya and Kurumba tribes. The Kurichiya and Kurumba tribes of Kerala are among the most significant indigenous communities in the Wayanad region. Both tribes are deeply rooted in the rich cultural and natural landscape of the Western Ghats, with their history, art, and traditions forming an integral part of Kerala's tribal heritage. Through their unique way of life, agricultural practices, and their historical contributions, these tribes have maintained their identity despite the many challenges posed by modernity and external influences. Kurumba tribe. The Kurumba tribe shares a similar cultural heritage but is distinct in its nomadic past and their expertise in forest-related activities. Traditionally, the Kurumbas were hunters and gatherers, relying on the forest for their livelihood. Over time, many of them have transitioned to agriculture, while still preserving their rich knowledge of herbal medicines, wild plant species, and forest survival skills. Their artistic expressions are vivid in their tribal art, which includes the use of natural dyes to create intricate patterns on cloth, pottery, and other materials. The Kurumba art is known for its bright colors and abstract depictions of nature, animals, and tribal folklore. Kurichiya tribe. The Kurichiya tribe is known for its strong ties to agriculture, particularly paddy cultivation. Historically, the Kurichiyas were among the first indigenous people in the region to practice systematic farming, making them vital contributors to the local economy. They are also renowned for their role in the anti-colonial struggles, especially their alliance with Pajhassi Raja, in which they used guerrilla tactics to resist British rule in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Tribal art and crafts. The Kurichiya and Kurumba tribes excel in creating beautiful handicrafts that reflect their deep connection to nature. Kurichiya tribal art often appears on everyday objects, including tools, pottery, and fabrics, showcasing intricate patterns passed down through generations. The Kurumba tribe is particularly known for their mural paintings, which are created using natural pigments extracted from plants, soil, and rocks. Their art often narrates tribal myths, stories of deities, and their harmonious relationship with the environment. In the diorama representation of these tribes, the craftsmanship and daily activities such as farming, crafting, and hunting are highlighted. The use of traditional tools and the serene backdrop of the Western Ghats showcase how these communities have harmonized their existence with nature. The movement of Pajhassi Raja. The movement of Pajhassi Raja, known as the Lion of Kerala, represents a significant episode in the history of India's resistance against British colonial rule during the late 18th century. His rebellion is particularly notable for its involvement of local tribes, such as the Kurichiyas and Kurumbas, who played crucial roles in the fight for autonomy and justice in the Wayanad region of Kerala. Pajassi Raja was the ruler of Kottayam and became a symbol of resistance against the British after the Third Anglo-Mysore War, 1790 to 1792, which resulted in the British East India Company gaining control over Malabar. The British imposed oppressive taxation policies and land appropriation, threatening the livelihoods of local farmers and tribes. In response, Pajassi Raja began his rebellion around 1796, uniting various tribal communities and disillusioned farmers against the colonial forces. However, despite initial successes, the movement faced significant challenges. The British launched extensive military campaigns to suppress the rebellion, leading to fierce confrontations. In 1805, Pajassi Raja was betrayed, which led to his eventual capture and death in 1806. His death marked a significant turning point, ultimately leading to the decline of the rebellion. The legacy of Pajassi Raja's movement endures in Kerala's collective memory as a symbol of resistance against colonial oppression. His efforts laid the groundwork for future freedom struggles and highlighted the importance of local participation in the fight against injustice. The bravery of the Kurichiya and Kurumba tribes during this period is celebrated, serving as a reminder of their vital role in defending their rights and heritage. Today, Pajassi Raja is revered not only as a leader but also as a champion of social justice, embodying the spirit of resilience and the ongoing struggle for autonomy in the face of external threats. Introduction to Raman Nambi. Raman Nambi is a lesser known but significant historical figure, often associated with the Pajassi Raja rebellion in Kerala. He was a close and trusted lieutenant of Pajassi Raja, who fought alongside the Raja in his resistance against the British East India Company in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Raman Nambi played a crucial role in leading the guerrilla warfare tactics that defined Pajassi Raja's rebellion. His deep knowledge of the terrain, combined with his military prowess, made him a key figure in organizing ambushes and strategic attacks on the British forces. Nambi's loyalty and commitment to Pajassi Raja's cause helped maintain the momentum of the rebellion, especially during its most challenging phases. Though not as widely recognized as Pajassi Raja himself, Raman Nambi's contributions to the struggle against British colonialism make him an important figure in the history of resistance movements in Kerala. His bravery, leadership, and dedication to the cause of freedom remain an inspiration in local historical narratives. About the movement and its end. The Pajassi Raja movement was a significant rebellion in Kerala, led by Pajassi Raja of Kottayam against British colonial rule. It began as a response to British exploitation of local resources and oppressive taxation policies after they took control of Malabar following the Third Anglo-Mysore War, 1790 to 1792. The movement primarily relied on the support of local tribes, including the Kurichiya and Kurumba, and was characterized by guerrilla warfare. Pajhassi Raja's resistance involved ambushes and hit-and-run tactics in the forests of Wayanad, making it difficult for the British to suppress the rebellion. His knowledge of the terrain, coupled with the strong support from indigenous communities, allowed him to hold off the British for several years. The rebellion was one of the earliest organized resistance efforts against British colonial rule in India. However, the movement began to weaken due to increasing British military pressure and betrayals from some local leaders. In 1805, after a series of setbacks, Pajhassi Raja was finally betrayed and surrounded by British forces. Refusing to surrender, he was killed in battle later that year, marking the end of his rebellion. The final stages of Pajhassi Raja's rebellion, featuring the tribal warriors from the Kurichiya and Kurumba tribes in a guerrilla warfare setting against the British forces. The scene reflects the intense struggle and the eventual end of the movement. Edachana Kunjan. Edachana Kunjan was a brave and loyal commander of Pajhassi Raja, known for leading tribal forces in guerrilla warfare against the British during the rebellion in Wayanad.